There are many different ways that we can create music. You can be a vocalist or an instrumentalist. Somebody can be a songwriter or produce behind the scenes. But what if I want to combine these in an odd way? I want to take all these and put them together, but not actually play an instrument on the side or produce behind the scenes. I want to do it all by myself, all with just my body. I want to make certain that I am pushing myself to my absolute limit and making certain that everybody has a different experience with the music that I'm creating than I could do with any other medium. I'm Henry Neff, and I'm a beatboxer. Now, normally when you think of beatboxing, you think of the simple and yes, beatboxing is technically the replication of a drum machine sound. And that's what I actually do for my acapella group, Buck That. On the screen, you'll see Buck That acapella performing at the ICCA quarterfinals at Case Western Reserve in Cleveland, Ohio. During this, 9 groups got together and we all competed to see who could make it to the next round. Our group ended up winning this, and I ended up winning Best Beatboxer. On the left side, you have Nick, who's a fantastic baritone. He has a gorgeous lower register. Towards the center, you have Dev. Dev is one of our best soloists, if not our best soloist. He has an unbelievably unique tenor 2 voice, and he can hit notes that you wouldn't normally hear. Then, off the screen on the right, you have Malav. Malav is a spectacular vocalist. He can hit runs that you would never hear and also can hit high breathy notes like no one else in the group. Then, on the right side, you have me in the black blazer and a white shirt. I don't do any of this. I don't sing and hit runs. I don't do anything spectacular with the group. I am the beatboxer. I keep everyone together. I am the structure behind everyone. I am the backbone for the performance. But with this, it comes at a cost. I don't get to do everything artistically that I would love to do. Being the backbone, I don't get to make weird noises and create a completely different musical idea. I am here to structure everyone else. But let's go back a little bit further, about 5 or so years to my junior year of high school. I was really big into YouTube. I used to watch everything, trying to learn anything that I possibly could about random stuff on the internet. But one day I came across a video of a Hungarian man going on stage and without any sort of musical backing or electronic help, created sounds that sounded like an EDM track or a dubstep album. I had never heard anything like this, and I swear they had put a machine in his body or they were producing it behind the scenes, but they weren't. This man was able to create all these noises with just his mouth, throat, and chest. I was completely bewildered and was immediately hooked on this idea of beatboxing. And over the next several years, kept on watching YouTube and finding new people to get invested in. People like Alexinho, Tyler W., and Napalm, all who are spectacular and are able to teach you completely different styles of this art form. As I got more and more invested, I started to get very invested into the competitive scene. Not the ICCA competitive scene, but the solo beatbox competitive scene. In this circumstance, you will see 1 versus 1 beatboxing. People creating tracks on their own, creating completely different ideas and trying to battle against each other to make it to the next round. This is not you are the backbone to the group, you are the group. You are creating everything that is being put out there. So, with these ideas comes a lot of different techniques that you can use to make your sound completely different from another person that you're battling against. I'm going to go over some of those ideas. We're going to do a little performance, and it's slowly going to turn from your normal beatboxing that you would hear in an ICCA group and slowly morph into something you would hear in a solo battle, something that is completely past that artistically. Here goes. don't want to hear a sound. So, with these ideas, you can create something completely different. Using throat bass, I can completely mimic the sound of the bass section that I would normally be with. With high harmonies, I can mimic the sounds of a tenor 2 or tenor 1. But with other sounds, I can also make it sound like somebody's producing behind the scenes. With lip bass or tongue bass. Something that you normally wouldn't hear elsewhere. This is my own track that I get to build. And I get to push my body to the absolute limit trying to create this. I spend a lot of time testing out random noises in my house. Trust me, my parents and my little brother are not a huge fan of it. But over time, I've slowly taught myself to create art that I love to do, and it is completely different from any other art form. If you go home and you try this, if you start watching YouTube videos and start picking up skills for other art forms, you may find something you are very interested in, and you may be able to pick it up immediately. Look into this. Try and find something new, and maybe you'll find the next art form that really changes your life. Thank you.